What is up, you guys? Welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be ranking every single Mission Impossible movie that I've seen, because I just got to see Mission Impossible Final Reckoning in the theaters for clearance. The reason I'm not doing every single one is because I have not seen Mission Impossible 2 or 3, but all the other ones I will be ranking in today's video. If you guys like the Mission Impossible franchise as much as I do, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into the ranking, and these rankings will be from worst to best. So starting things off in last place is going to have to be the 1996 original Mission Impossible. Now, don't get me wrong, I really like this movie. I feel like it relies more on suspense and puzzles more than it does with action like it does today. But compared to the more recent Mission Impossible movies, I feel like this just doesn't meet the standards that we have today of modern Mission Impossible movies. Now, for the time, this movie was absolutely amazing. It still is, but compared to these other movies that we have today, it's just not as good. So that's why it's in last place. Coming in at number 5, I'm going to go with Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Don't ask me why, but this was actually the first Mission Impossible movie I ever watched. Now, this one is good. It's definitely an improvement over the original Mission Impossible. The only thing is, it doesn't really hold up against the other Mission Impossible movies that have come out since. I mean, to be honest, the movie itself, I think, is a little bit rushed, and, I feel like there's almost no character development in this movie. I mean, the characters are really cool. If I remember right, Jeremy Renner is actually in this one too, but he's barely in it. I like this movie. I think it's good, but I just think that it has a little bit of trouble establishing itself, and I feel like it could definitely be better. And you may think that's held back by the runtime, but I think this movie is actually like 2 hours and 15 minutes. Now, there is one scene towards the beginning. It is like it's like the concert hall fight scene, which I think is actually a pretty cool scene. But other than that, I mean, the plane stunt at the beginning was cool, but once again, a little rushed, but not a bad movie by any means. At number 4, I have the newest installment in the franchise, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Everyone online is hating so much on this movie right now, and I honestly don't know why. I thought this movie was really fun. I thought it was very well thought out, and it was a really good send off to these characters and this franchise. And to be honest, for it being a 2 hour and 50-minute movie, it did not feel like it. This felt like a 2-hour movie. And to be honest, I mean, I thought that the original Mission Impossible, where he's dangling down in the room, I mean, the scene I'm talking about, I thought that was one of the most intense scenes in cinema history. But this movie, it doesn't top it, but when he scuba dives down below and goes into the submarine, oh my goodness, the theater was absolutely silent. Like, it was so intense, and there were only 2 words said during that entire, felt like 15 to 20 minute scene. It was absolutely incredible, and I really enjoyed this movie. It is just not the best in the franchise, but I will say it's a very good send-off, and I hope that they actually end it here, unlike other franchises like Indiana Jones. At number 3, I'm going to go with Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. This was kind of bringing back the Mission Impossible franchise. I mean, it never left, but it gave us kind of a new spin on it. Instead of it being this, like, spy-ish, movie, it was more of, like, an action thriller, and this really did that. I have to say, this probably has some of the best action in the entire Mission Impossible series, and the acting is really good. We got to be introduced to Simon Pegg's character, which I think is a really funny character in my opinion. And I mean, it's just a really fun movie all throughout, and I just think this one's good. But I feel like I think it's about 2 hours. I think the runtime holds it back a little bit, but overall, very good movie, and I highly recommend. For my second place spot, I'm going with the second to last Mission Impossible movie, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. This movie introduced us to Hayley Atwell's character Grace, And while a lot of people think that she's a useless character, I think that she's actually a very, funny, witty, suspenseful character in this series. And she was in the most recent one too. I think it's kind of a cool addition, but overall, this movie was absolutely amazing. It gave everything that I loved about the Mission Impossible series together. I thought that this was going to be the final Mission Impossible movie when it came out, but then it was revealed that there was going to be another one, kind of a sequel to this. But I really like this one. I'd say as far as action and cinematography, the action's not bad, but it's definitely not as good as we've seen in previous movies. But as far as the cinematography, that train scene was beautifully shot. I really like where they filmed this movie, and the motorcycle stunt might be one of the best stunts in the Mission Impossible series. I personally think it might be the best one. But I don't know, I mean, that tower one where he climbed outside in Ghost Protocol, that one was pretty good. But back to this one. This one was awesome, and it was a really good follow-up to Mission Impossible Fallout coming up. And it's just a really good movie, but it's just not as good as my number one pick, which is Mission Impossible Fallout. This is the definitive Mission Impossible movie. I mean, this is a literal perfect movie in my opinion. It might actually fall under maybe my top 30 to 50 movies of all time. The action is great. The cinematography is great. I love Henry Cavill's addition and Angela Bassett's addition to this franchise. I wish we could have seen more of Henry Cavill's character later in the series, but in my opinion, he kind of replaced Jeremy Renner's character. Where him and Ethan Hunt kind of have like this funny banter back and forth. But as far as action, I think that this movie actually has the best action in the entire franchise that we've seen, and I just think that it is one of the best action movies ever made. I love this one, and I hope that you guys like it too. So that is my official Mission Impossible ranking. Sorry that I did not include 2 and 3. I've heard that they're more mid, so they'd probably go in the bottom based off of what I've heard, but you never know. I don't know if I'll watch them anytime soon, but for now, I'll give you these. If you guys like my ranking, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.